Texas, today at NRG Stadium, as we're going to find out who will go home as champions of the Kinder's Texas Bowl. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Oklahoma State Cowboys offense will have the football first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Man, it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
They'll run the option. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Makes the catch. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and salt.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for a gap. It's Henderson. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And after that 1st down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. Tries again to get it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And on that situation, the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense.
And he runs into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbs some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were really disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Fires to the big fella. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Oh, he's got a chance. Gets it past the mark. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I'll tell you, this defense and their front seven, they're going to have to play with great eye discipline because they know they are going to see this type of misdirection in their run game, and they got gashed there.
With the catch, it's Lopez. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Still running at the 40. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. And the Cowboys will have it 1st and 10. They'll try the run. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. There he goes. He'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
Get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get outside. They kept it right in the middle of the field, did a great job seeing it, going and getting it, being aggressive. You got to find a different way maybe to attack these guys to use their speed against them.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy and let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Makes the grab. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Pulls it in. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. That might seem like a risky call to go for it on 4th down there, but you can't just hand the defense a win in that spot, David.
No, and when you go back and you look at games, a lot of times those field goals get you beat. And this offense is like, forget that, we're going to be aggressive. And because they got it, it was a great call.
Go straight ahead. Next going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cowboys! You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in the clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up a touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And he tacks on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first, 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got rid of it just in time. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On the move, it's Henderson. Finds a little bit of room. Picks up 4 out to the 13. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Just needs a crack to get a return. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. First time out of the half. On the option. The pitch. Oh, he's got some space. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. The Cowboys, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. A fun postseason battle here. Deadlocked at the end of the first. Here's a quick check on the stats so far. First play of the period, first down here. They'll give it on the counter. Still on his feet.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go right back to it.
Offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Gonna run it. It's Henderson. Picks up the first down. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
This guy's a game changer at throwing back position, man. Don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same...
Turning it on! And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
Well, Obviously, the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want.
Breaks it inside the 10. Touchdown, over. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. Fielded in the end zone. It's Taylor. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Looking to scramble. He's going to take off. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Well, this defense, their cardio, I think, is going to get tested in this one because this quarterback will extend plays, and he's going to do it often. It doesn't take it a lot for him to flush out of the pocket. If he just sees color, he's gone, trying to make something happen. That time he showed you his wheels. He was just able to get enough to keep this drive going.
And the Cowboys can really attack on this 2nd and short. They go right back to it. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Cowboys are marching down the field. Off play action on first down. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They are going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too. And that time, that was a great play call defensively.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Matthews. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's...
Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has.
Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cowboys!
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Auburn offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Finds a little space into a massive giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to run for it. Makes a man miss. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hooks. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Lost the throw again. That's peeled in. It's Henderson. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Henderson.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs. They're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Hooks. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Thanks to grab. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these curl routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and, man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got his man, makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Catch in the middle, it's Thompson. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the run, it's Henderson. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And this offense now is decision time. Man, they've put a nice drive together. You want to walk away with points, but how aggressive do you want to be? Do you want to take this field goal, or do you want to try to get a touchdown?
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. On the move from inside his 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return and give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. And the Cowboys will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Safe pass play, they pick up a few.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that.
Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on second down. Quickly complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They punt it away on 4th down. Makes a move. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. Looking for a crease. It's Matthews. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Cowboys lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Lopez. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Cowboys will go for it on 4th down. He's got it, 1st down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a 1st down. It's a reverse. Short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Haven't seen a lot of that in this game so far. This offense has been clicking on all cylinders, lighting up the scoreboard. High level of execution. They were looking good on this drive until that play right there. And finally, the defense is able to make something positive happen from themselves on a critical third down.
Grab behind the line. It's Lopez. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cowboys need to pick it up on fourth down. He might want another play. On fourth down, going to the air. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to sneak it. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And here comes the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. And the ball comes to rest right there.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Here's the handoff. Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver. Right back to the well. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Cowboys come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On the option, he'll toss it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Really good job by this offense, understanding where the sticks are. It's 3rd down and short. The QB makes the pitch, good, accurate pitch, and then he does the rest. Gets north-south and gets the first down.
Pulls and fires complete. There he goes. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Nice grab in traffic. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We've got pass interference, but this time it's on the offense. Here comes the offense on second down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. It's complete. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Moving away from pressure. Creates a little space. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Now the play fake. He's got it and still on his feet. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th quarter lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
17.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Going right to work up top. Just couldn't quite stay in bounds while making that grab. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And how about that rush off of the edge? You could tell, man, plain pass all the way. Your team has a lead. Getting later in the football game, he's just pinning his ears back, and he flies off the edge.
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. The 30. He's at the touchdown over. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
There's usually 2 different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
This time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the 2-point conversion, but was denied.
23.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. How about that last drive just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And his running backs had all kind of success. Now we're getting later in the game. We've got to make sure we get some stops, get the ball back to our offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by one possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Gets it out fast. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
That is complimentary football at its finest. The defense gets the turnover. The offense punctuates it, uses it to their advantage, takes the lead late in the football game. Now that defense, it just gave you a good stop. They need another one for you.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Oklahoma State hoping to get the pistols firing on offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Gonna run it. It's Matthews. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys, and run a counter.
Turning it on! Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Got enough for the first. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Right away after picking up first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that now, what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's 4. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
A really nice job by the quarterback putting some extra heat on that throw. As a defensive back, I'm going to drive to that curl, try to get there really quick to try to break up the pass, but when the QB puts it that hard on the money with that much accuracy, really hard route to defend.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Cowboys in a good spot here with second and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his big tight end. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the fourth. Quarterback making adjustments. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He's got it inside the 30. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
How about that play? Late in the ball game, you need a play. You throw it up to your guy, and he makes the play. That is execution at its best in the clutch moments. Nice throw, nice catch.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll ride his man on the option. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. The Cowboys come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Now on the option. And he goes out of bounds.